Hi everyone, today is a new series I'm starting on my channel, and I've done something like this before and it ended up not working out so well, and it is going to be a 17 and 17. So that's where I'm going to try to finish 17 makeup products in the year 2017. Now I tried to do this with 15 and 15 and it didn't work out, and I think that's because I just limited myself too much. With my recent monthly makeup bags and things like that, I think I really have a good handle on what I can't, like where I can limit myself and where I can't. I also have my Wednesday rule, which is where I have to use these products on Wednesday, no matter what, even if I'm like not in a monthly makeup bag or whatever. So I think this is gonna work. I hope it's gonna work. So I figure let's go ahead and I'll show you the 17 makeup products that I've picked out. So I actually have two base products. And I'm trying to think of things that I don't really use up. Some of these things might be surprising to y'all, but it's just what I picked. So there you go. And that is the Garnier BB cream in light medium. This is a little too dark for me, but I really like it. And it's old. And the same thing with the Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. I don't like this actually, but it is very old and I need to use it up. So this is opaque, so I can't really tell, but I think I'm about here. So I've got a long way to go, but I think I can use this up in a year for sure. Both of these together, and I can kind of, this is a little too dark, this is a little too light, so I can kind of mix and match them as well. And hopefully between that and it will kind of look good, and I can use both of these products, because they're just both really old. I didn't choose a primer because I use up primers, and then I chose this powder. It's by The Body Shop. It is their loose face powder, the shade number 2. It matches pretty well. It's very thick, powdery powder, so I don't use that much of it. I'm about right here, which is a little bit over halfway. With all these products, there's a lot in there, but I think I can definitely use it up in a year because it's a year. If I can't use it up in a year, that's a little ridiculous. Also, with base products, I don't feel the need to switch out. I mean, I have a bunch, and I do like to try new things, but the one thing that I like to change up is my eyeshadow. Even my lips and my cheeks, I can pretty much stay with those all year and be okay. So because of that, I also think I'll be able to definitely get through these products. So speaking of cheeks, I have two products, slash kind of an honorable mention, but it's not technically in there. So the honorable mention that's not technically in there is this e.l.f. St. Lucia Blush and Bronzer, because I have hit pan on it. So it's just going to sit out on my vanity, and hopefully maybe I'll get some use out of that as well. But the real thing that I want to use up, I've actually done a full review on it, and it's the Too Faced Bronze in the Beautiful. And it's got the Chocolate Soleil, Powdered Sun, Sun Bunny, and Snow Bunny bronzers in here. I don't like this at all. I've done a full review of it. The Chocolate Soleil is orange. The Powdered Sun is chunky. These are just really sparkly, and they're kind of hard to use. So I would like to use this up. None of them have a lot of use out of them, as you can tell. But hopefully that'll change, and I can get this through with this. Because, again, I just don't really like it. And the other cheek product I have is a blush, and it is by Model Co. And it's the shade, it's the powdered blush cheek powder in the shade 02 Peach Bellini. It's a really pretty, really pigmented shade. It's just really sparkly, and I've got a lot of things like it. So it's not very unique to my collection, and I don't think I'll miss it if it's gone. So that I would also like to use up. So now we'll go on to eyeshadow or eye makeup. I have a base product that I'd like to use up. This is by Neutrogena. It's the Crease Proof Eyeshadow in the shade 50 Lasting Taupe. I have a ton left. You can see I'm right where that pink line is. Quite a bit left. And this is weird because it is pigmented, but you can't blend it. So if you try to start blending it, it really just blends away, which is strange to me. It does, I think, do a pretty decent job at holding my shadows most of the time. Sometimes it looks a little weird, but most of the time it does a pretty good job. So I think I can get some use out of this and use this up. Because it is old and it's not something that I love and I feel like I would repurchase. Then I have eyeshadow. Let's just go into that. I have two eyeshadow palette things. So I have this little quad that's a sampler. I get these samplers from Birchbox and Ipsy, and I would really just like to use them up because I would like this palette, but I feel like I can't buy this palette until I use up a sampler. And it's from Coastal Scents' Reveal 2 palette. I have used up the gold, and I've almost used up this, and then I have a copper and a deep brown. So there's that, which is very warm, and then I've got some cool tones as well. And it's by Estee Lauder, and it is the Pure Color Shadow in the shade Polished Platinum and Berry Burst, and neither one of these are very nice. They're not very pigmented at all, and they're not, I don't know, they're kind of hard to work with. It is what I have on my lids today. They're not the worst shadows in the world, but they're not the best, and I have other shadows I much prefer over these, and they're kind of old as well. So, going through this would be very exciting. Oh, I forgot. I have 2 concealers. Oopsies. Should have mentioned that earlier. This is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Brightening Eye Perfector. I don't have that much left, but it's taken me forever and forever and forever to use this up. It's the first one of these I got. I don't hate it. I might repurchase it at some point, but I'm ready for it to go. And this is one of the first concealers I ever got, and it's just old, and it needs to go, and it's not that great at coverage. And it's the Revlon Age Defying with DNA Advantage Concealer in the shade 02 Light Medium. It's a nice match, kind of. Like, it's the right shade, but it's really, really yellow, and I am more like neutral to pink. So it doesn't really work for that, and I don't know. It's just not great. So that would be good to go. And then I've got 3 eyeliners, which might seem weird, but I have so many eyeliners that these just kind of sit there. And I do really like them. I think they're really pigmented, but they're starting to dry out, so I want to get some use. And they're all the Rimmel Scandaleyes in brown, black, and nude. I never use this nude one, ever. As you can see, I've got some decent use out of the black, out of the brown. I do have a sheet of paper over there where I've marked it, so, you know, next time I do an update, I'll show you all that. But I would just like to get rid of these because they're nice and they're drugstore, and I'd probably repurchase them, but I just don't want to have them around anymore because they're getting old. Another thing I have is a mascara. It takes me forever to use that mascara, so I really want to focus in and try to use this one up because it's super old. I know you're supposed to get rid of them. I don't, you know, do as I say, not as I do. It's the Covergirl Lash Blast Volume Waterproof. I don't like this. I don't like that it's waterproof. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels. There's nothing positive I can say about this mascara, so I'd like to see it go. And then I've got 2 lip products. This is the Too Faced Bonjour Beautiful. So I got this with my Too Faced Matte Eye palette. And it's a little lip palette. And it just sits around and I never reach for it. It's a lot of nude shades. It's not bad by any means. This is a glitter top coat and then some nude shades. I have this darker one on today. And it feels nice. There's nothing negative about it. But because it is a palette, I never reach for it. And it does get exposed a lot. So I'd like to use it up before it goes bad. And I also have this little guy, which is small. It's the Luscious Liquid Lipstick in the shade Bear Baby. No, Baby Lips. It's starting to smell weird, so I want to get rid of it. Or, so I want to use it up. And last but not least is this kind of gray, smoky nail polish by Ruffian. It's in the shade Relic. It's not a bad polish, but I have other silvers I like a lot more. So I'd just like to get rid of it, get through a nail polish, which would be exciting. So all of these, some of them are going to be really challenging. The bronzers, I think this lip palette, the eyeshadows, some of them are not going to be so challenging, but that's okay. That's how it works. I plan on doing an update kind of near the end of each month before my empties video. So hopefully that'll be good and that'll help y'all keep up with this, and I'll be getting through some of these products because I need to. So with that, let me know if you have any questions, requests, suggestions, comments, any of that. Please go ahead and leave it down below, and I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.